Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles back at you again with another installment of Lyles Figure Files on the Lyles Movie Files brand. As usual, a ton of stuff to get into because every day there's some new reveals, something begging, clamoring, demanding all that extra cash in your wallet. And in some cases, not even the extra cash, just the last few pennies you've got left. One of the biggest ones that's going to come for everything you've got are the new Hot Toys Shang-Chi Marvel figures from Shang-Chi Legend of the Ten Rings. Seen this film? If you were on LylesMovieFiles.com, hopefully you were able to get a free pass to go check out the movie. If not, more incentive to check it out. So this figure looks incredible. I have held off on a lot of Hot Toys because they just started raising the prices up, and it was just getting to a point where it's like, you're starting to get past a point where I can't follow that Padme line from Revenge of the Sith. But yeah, this guy looks great. The details on Shang-Chi and Wenwu are amazing. They put all kinds of work into it. There are a lot of these figures from Hot Toys where I'm not really seeing what that increase in the price is for. Of course, I don't want to spend $250 for an action figure, but at least you can see with the detail on the shirt what that extra amount is going towards. Like, you check out all this fabric detail, the patterns, you can see it, like the raised elements of the shirt, the texturing, perfect head sculpt. He looks focused, ready to go. The only thing, of course, I'm not really loving is how that elbow is set up. Hasbro has incorporated pinless technology, and I'm kind of feeling like I'm paying $23 for a Marvel Legend figure. Something as $250 should have that knocked out too. So that's a bit of an eyesore. It's something I wish Hot Toys would fix more often with their figures, especially for a guy like this who we're going to see that elbow and you're going to pose him to show, to do his martial arts moves. And it's going to look kind of, like an eyesore that you'd rather not have with a figure this magnitude. Other than that, though, this bad boy looks amazing. I've already started to do my Marvel Legend reviews of these guys. I'm excited to start showing them on Lyles Movie Files, hopefully as soon as tomorrow, so you can see how the 6-inch compares to the 12-inch version. Hot Toys is hiding a few of these accessories. I think the reason is because they want people to see the movie. Even though if you've watched the trailer, you may have an idea of at least two of them. I think we've already seen some of those pieces. But so far, they revealed his staff, the pendant, the stand, and it looks like 2, 4, 6, 8, 4 sets of hands. So we'll see what these other accessories are. I'm curious how far they're going to go into the Shang-Chi line. If we're going to get Katie, if we're going to get Death Dealer. I think Death Dealer is probably the most obvious choice for a character to put in here next. That outfit looks so cool, and it's just something that screams you should get the Hot Toys figure of this. I'm also curious if we're going to see Razor Fist. Razor Fist was probably the only main character from the film that Hasbro didn't tackle with their Marvel Legends line. I'm wondering if they're going to do a second wave of Shang-Chi figures. That first one, of course, had a couple figures from the comics just to kind of, hey, you can go and grab this Iron Man, this Tony Stark AI, and this Captain America variant. I thought those were kind of weird, especially with a few big members of the cast still left to do. So hopefully we'll get to those, because I feel like those were a few weird omissions with them. So, yeah. Now let's take a look at Wenwu. Another exceptional figure. Check out how that raised armor is, the detail on the 10 rings. Another exceptional perfect head sculpt. I mean, you can see the stubble right there. These guys always do such a great job with the head sculpts, but I feel like this wave and this line might be some of the best they've done. I mean, all that detailing with the boots, the skirt piece, the different layers of that torso, and just the arrangement of the rings. It looks cool. And now something that Hot Toys has kind of struggled with in the past is doing accessories and effect pieces to look right. This time we're seeing the 10 rings flying off. If you've seen the trailer, you've definitely seen that. Wenwu likes to sling them, and even though he's not a Green Lantern, he's slinging the rings all over, using them as an attack pattern. I still wish that in the movie they use more of the comic book thing where each ring had a different purpose. This is kind of cool, but it's not quite as cool as it could have been. Not so with the Hot Toys figure though, because these effect pieces look great. You see him shooting off the ring effects, channeling that energy to knock over invading armies. They did a really great job here with this. And then you see they've got two different pieces, so you don't have to just say, all right, I'm just throwing one arm full of rings at somebody. He's got two, so you can throw all 10 rings at Shang-Chi and go for it. Again, exceptional work on that head sculpt. The detailing on that armor, really well done. No hidden accessories this time, no staff, but I think we make up for it with those really great accessory pieces that I am really excited about. And then that's that last major standoff. You definitely want to buy these figures. Sideshow Collectibles already has them up online for $250. I'll put a link because I'm an affiliate with those guys. So if you want to check it out through there and get it that way, I would greatly appreciate it. I keep quitting Marvel McFarlane Toys. I'm swearing them off, I think every week, because I'm tired of seeing 32 or 52 different variations of Batman. And then every so often they reveal something else. It's like, oh, maybe I'm not quite done yet. That's the case with this Power Suit Lex Luthor. This is classic superpowers, glory, green and purple power suit. I can finally fight Superman mano a mano, and I always love that suit. I think they did a really nice job with this, with their interpretation of it. McFarlane kind of gets a little tricky sometimes with the changes and the alterations from a comic book look to make it sort of more realistic. I think the changes here work. They're okay. It gets the basic elements. Got that kind of shield around Lex, the big logo right in the middle to channel that kryptonite beam, and of course metallic green and purple so he can just fight away with Superman. And all the detailing on the back. Now again, this is one of those deals where I do get on McFarlane Toys, but they really cram so much detail in these guys. Like, this is $20, and I don't know if they're going to get that price increase that we've seen from Hasbro already with Marvel Legends and Star Wars Black, but if they're delivering this quality at $20 when everybody else is going to $23, I think that's going to kind of close some of that gap with them not including a Build-A-Figure piece in most cases. But yeah, this figure looks really well done. And I think this is, if we can start getting more figures like this more often from them, I may just have to go all the way back in with these guys, because this is more of what I want to see. Not just, hey, here's Batman with short ears. And this is just standard shot. It really shows him really well. I wish they could have posed him with Superman just so we could have seen the height difference. Hopefully he's shorter than Superman. Scale's a little bit of an issue still with this line. But yeah, really well done. And that's not all with this Luthor version. If you read the Justice League, the New 52 from Jeff Johns, and I'm pretty sure he was working with Jay Faber at that time, they put together a really cool Dark Side War. And during that, Lex Luthor, who was a member of the Justice League, kind of got corrupted and was trying to fight off this dark side influence. That's captured in his blue suit, power suit. It's got the Superman logo on it, and it comes with a throne from that event. That looks really well done. I mean, it's just a repaint with a new chest piece and a new head sculpt to show that dark side influence. But that's a really nice addition. And as an extra bonus, he can actually sit in the throne. So I think a lot of us are going to go, well, okay, how would my dark side figures fit in this thing? And the only one I have right now in my collection is the DC Classics from Mattel figure, which I'm sure is still too wide. But I think this can make for a nice little background piece to show that, hey, this is where Darkseid chills when he's barking orders or incinerating someone with his Omega Beam effect. But I like this. This is a nice variant. It's one you don't need to get if you really don't care. But if you're kind of interested, want to flesh out more of that new 52 Justice League, they've got you covered. So really nice job there. All right, so Hasbro finally crossed the end of its HasLab Galactus project. I checked, there's no possible way any new incentive is going to be revealed at this point. But one of the team members, Dan Yu, posted on Twitter thanking everybody for their support, but he also teased that we may start to see a few more members of Galactus's heralds coming just in time for this guy to get released, along with Morg, Silver Surfer, and Frankie Ray Nova. So we see Airwalker, we see Fire Lord. I really, really hope we get a new Terrax, because I feel like he needs an updated version. He's overdue. He's kind of a big villain in the Fantastic Four circles, the cosmic circles, and that old one is definitely in need of an upgrade. So hopefully that is on the radar. But we've got 3 right now, and along with the big Galactus and that Doctor Doom head for everybody who really, really wanted him. All right, so tonight, we got some leaks of some potential new reveals coming for us. We've got the WWE Ultimate Edition. Target is doing an Ultimate Edition Legends subset line, which for me is great news because I can get more of those figures that I want thrown in at Target, which is normally pretty good about stocking figures, with the exception of this Brutus Beefcake from the Legends Series 10 that I still can't find, even though I'm checking every day trying to get this guy. It seems to be kind of new generation heavy, which is fine, which is cool for all of us who got the new generation ring, because now we can start to add into that. Originally, when they were dabbling into the Legends, it was kind of Attitude Era heavy. We got the Rock, we've got Austin, we got Triple H, we got that NWA era Ric Flair, who's so lonely, who needs some help, who needs some people to team up with. Of course, half of his crew is over in AEW, so we probably won't get 4 Horsemen in that format. Maybe we could get some guys with red tights, and we can kind of figure it out from there. But I'm very much hoping that this rumored leak list is accurate, because I'm all in for every one of these guys. So British Bulldog was one of the first ones mentioned. Bulldog probably will be his 1992 SummerSlam look. You see this Intercontinental title, Union Jack, flag. I wouldn't mind this, of course, because this is one of his career defining moments, probably the biggest one. But the flag that we got with the Elite version wasn't the best. It was kind of these deals where it was just flat plastic. He couldn't move with it. He couldn't do a pose just like this, which is, that was a cool part of that cape that he rocked. It was like he could move and he wasn't stiff. The old one, the Elite figure, is just stuck in place, which is no fun. But if Mattel decides to go the new generation route, there's some interesting possibilities with this guy. So you see this Heartbreak Hotel interview set here, which I do have that piece since, thanks to finding it on eBay, because I could not find the figures to build it. We've got Bret Hart, and we've got a Shawn Michaels from this generation, the new generation era, coming at some point. We still haven't, Mattel still hasn't shown us which one is coming, but we know a Shawn, an HBK from this time frame will be here. But a British Bulldog with this long hair like this works because he could capture a few different time frames in Bulldog's career. So we've got this version. This is the look that he basically wore during the new generation. He's teaming with Bret, fighting against Owen, fighting against Neidhart, and everybody else, teaming with Lex Luger as part of the Allied Powers. And the short look works for him. So, we got this Allied Powers look. But he could also get another head sculpt with short hair. And that could work for an Attitude Era, which would be really good because it can be in the 2-in-1 occasion, like we've seen Mattel give us with Superstar Billy Graham before. So it's possible, and I would love to get this guy like this, where we have 2 heads, new generation head, Attitude Era head, short tights, and can work on multiple levels. And why not throw in the tag title just for fun? So that's my preference for British Bulldog, even though SummerSlam 92 is probably the one we're going to get. Next up is Tatanka, and I think he's the big surprise for everyone in that list of leak guys. And it's like, Tatanka, he doesn't deserve an Ultimate Edition figure. But Tatanka was a huge deal in the new generation time frame. He had gone undefeated. He had that really cool match with Shawn at WrestleMania 9. I mean, he was a player during his time, even if people's memories are just, oh, it's just Brett, Owen, and the Click and Bulldog. It was so much more. Tatanka was one of those like A minus, B plus tier guys. He was involved in so much stuff. And one of his most memorable deals was his SummerSlam 94 match with Lex Luger, who he accused of selling out to Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man. And as we all know, he turned and became a heel. I think with this attire, with the straps, we could kind of get a 2-in-1 again if we have a serious head sculpt and then we have more of an evil one for the $1 Million Man, $1 Million Corporation version. Now, granted, Tatanka stopped wearing these blue tights and went all black with that, but that's something I can skirt by because I like the option to have him do both. And I like Tatanka. He's one of my favorites during this time frame. We can at least do this match with another figure coming up soon. Next up is the bad guy, Razor Ramon. No idea which version. Razor's clearly was going to be due for an Ultimate. That's not a surprise. I mean, he's one of the top 4 faces in that time period. 5 if you want to throw in Shawn when he decided to become a good guy. But Razor was a big deal at this point in time. And I think the best outfit for him in this situation is probably his WrestleMania 10. That one, the black, the yellow and red accents. Hopefully with an elbow pad and bigger shoulders so he's not small. And of course the chest hair and the chain. And I guess we should go with the 2 Intercontinental titles. I feel like that's probably the best version. And this is one case where we can get 2 different head sculpts with the hair slicked back and just all out like this. So we can kind of fudge him into a Scott Hall for our NWO if we wanted to not wait. Even though an Ultimate Edition, NWO, Hall and Nash seems like a no-brainer. So I was thinking about all these guys. So right now we've got a Bret Hart. We've got that WrestleMania 10 Randy Savage. Tatanka would be in the blue. Razor, of course, is there. And Lex Luger is here in that outfit. And that will give us most of the big players from WrestleMania 10. Now, hidden on that other side, next to Rhonda Shear and hidden by Burt Reynolds, is Sparkplug Holly and 123 Kid. Now, I don't think Sparkplug is going to get an Ultimate Edition figure. Hopefully, 123 Kid does. But I think if we focused on all these guys with their WrestleMania 10 looks, we could have a pretty wrapped up WrestleMania 10 finale scene and the Ultimate Edition line fairly quickly. We'll just have to ignore the fact that we don't have an Owen Hart, but that's pretty close. And that's exciting. We could do that scene with the Ultimate Edition ring. Maybe they'll throw in some ring ropes so we can actually simulate this exact look with a black and gold instead of the red, white, and blue. But that's something I'm thinking they may be leaning towards because it works out and they can capture this whole scene basically without, Owen, of course, who we're never going to get. Somehow my slideshow decided to go rogue on me, but Lex Luger is also part of that wave, and he's definitely one, of course, I'm hoping we see with the short hair and the long hair. So short hair from his early conversion into a face where he's fighting Yokozuna at SummerSlam 93, and then going on to fight with Bret Hart at Royal Rumble 94, being the sole winners, and then going on to fight Tatanka at SummerSlam 94. Lots of cool options. I'm hoping all 4 of those are true. We do see them because they'll be fun to mix and match with Diesel and with Doink. So big time excitement. Looking forward to seeing if that's true. All right, well, that's it for this one. I'm sure we'll have like 5 or 6 more items, new reveals to show. There's a couple that I held back off on the list. So in case nothing else new pops up, I have some stuff to bring back out here to talk to you guys with about tomorrow. So thank you for watching as always, and I'll be back tomorrow with some new figure news and reveals. This episode of Lyle's Movie Files has been filed.